Brunhilde is the name of a character in the most popular of all the German legends.
It's a story about Brunhilde?
Oh, yes, there is.
Do you know it?
Well, every German knows that story.
Would you like me to tell you? Well,
Now, Friedrich Nietzsche was a writer of great power, a thinker of dark, suggestive, and daring ideas. He is a luminary, but luminary is somehow an odd word to use in a brief lecture on Nietzsche, whose world is anything but sweetness and light. It is rather a world of light and dark, a world of opposing polarities and opposing tendencies.
Nietzsche, two of his most famous and most notorious notions, the notion of the Übermensch, this overman, and his idea about the will to power. He often talks as if Übermensch is an evolutionary step. He says at one point, man is a bridge between the ape and the Übermensch.
How did we ever come to see reality as the setting for rationality and sweetness and light? How did we ever fail to notice what most deeply moves us? Nietzsche's conception of that Übermensch who would come to replace the weak, degraded contemporary man. The Siegfried of Norse mythology is a dragon slayer, a prince who wins the love of Brunhilde, daughter of Odin, and fearless leader of the Valkyries. Norse goddesses who had the power to choose which great heroes would be killed in battle, the Valkyries. I note this chiefly to call attention to Nietzsche's attraction to power, imagery, lusty unconventionalism.
Brunhilde was a princess. She was a daughter of Wotan, god of all gods. Anyway, her father is really mad at her. She disobeys him in some way. So he puts her on top of the mountain.
Brunhilde's on the mountain?
It's a German legend. There's always going to be a mountain in there somewhere. And he puts a fire-breathing dragon there to guard the mountain. And he surrounds her in a circle of hellfire. And there, Brunhilde shall remain unless a hero arises brave enough to save her.
Does a fellow arrive?
A fellow named Siegfried.
The secret safe?
Quite spectacularly so.
A character who is so free of regret and resentment that he can fully and enthusiastically endorse that thought experiment we call eternal recurrence. Would you like your life lived over and over and over again exactly the same? The Übermensch is someone who can say with no hesitation whatsoever, yes, gladly I would accept this. Power itself is not military power. The word Nietzsche uses here is the word Macht, not right. Power is very often power of the imagination, the power of creativity. What we're really talking about is self-mastery, and self-mastery, one of the centerpieces of his entire philosophy. He also says that there is really no dichotomy between reason and passion. As Nietzsche points out, every passion has its own quantum of reason. Rather, passions are themselves ways of understanding the world. And this ultimately is what's important for Nietzsche. As opposed to life-stultifying passions like resentment, he praises the life-enhancing passions like love. And ultimately, it's the love of life itself, which is his highest ideal.
He scales the mountain. He slays a dragon because he's not afraid of him. And he walks through hellfire because Brunhilde's worth it.
I know how you feel.
I think I'm just starting to realize that.